What is going on, everybody? I am back with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it's a battle I had against my buddy Sean. He made just a bunch of random stuff for his game. He wanted to use it, so he asked me for a battle, so I brought random stuff. And it's just a random stuff battle, which are always fun. But as far as his team goes, threats are definitely going to be the Alakazam, because my team, it looks like my Hawlucha could really take on everything on his team, barring the Alakazam if it's Focus Sash. If it's Mega Alakazam, Hawlucha will probably have an easier time dealing with it, but if it's Focus Sash, which most of them are because it kind of is better than Mega Alakazam, then that thing's gonna be the biggest thing for my Hawlucha to deal with. So yeah, Alakazam biggest threat on his team, and let's just move around with the battle. So I'm going to decide to lead off with my Uxie for this game, as he leads off with his Galvantula. Now, if he does set up the Sticky Webs, I really don't have any way to get rid of any hazards on my team. But if he does set up the Sticky Web, I don't care too much for that, because like I said before, or like I said at the beginning of the match, my Hawlucha is going to be my biggest player on my team, and since Hawlucha is a flying type, it's immune to the Sticky Web, and the only other Pokemon on the team that's really affected by the Sticky Web is going to be my Go-Goat. But anyways, he actually just goes for the Bug Buzz right off the bat as I set up my rocks. And rocks gonna be a real cool thing for me, just because he has two Pokemon weak to them, being Galvantula and his Charizard. And unless his Hitmonchan has the Rapid Spin, then my rocks are here to stay. So switch in my Mr. Mime on the Bug Buzz, since this Mr. Mime does have soundproof. I can go for the trick on the switch, knowing he'll probably want to switch into his Ready Steel, so I can cripple that thing. And yeah, so I decided to bring in my Swampert now, because in case he wants to go for a Thunder Wave to try to paralyze my Mr. Mime, or something else I'd want to switch in, then I could be immune to that. But he just decides to go for the Stealth Rocks. Now here, I'm just going to go for a Waterfall, in case he wants to go into his Charizard to try to avoid an Earthquake, and just get a free Mega Evolution off, blah blah blah. But no, he just decides to go into Suicune, which is okay, because this Waterfall is still going to do a pretty nice amount of damage to this thing, since since I'm Choice Banded. So, I decided to go into my Uxie right now. Gonna go for a knockoff. No, I decided to go into Uxie pretty much as a pivot switch, so I can get a safe switch into either my Go-Goat or my Amoonguss. That's what I wanted to go into. But as I'm going for the Ice Beam, I'm just gonna go for a knockoff right here, just to get rid of that Rocky helmet of his, because I don't like taking extra damage. Ends up going into Rage Steel, which kind of sucks, because now he doesn't have a Choice Scarf anymore, which means this thing is no longer crippled, which sucks. So, I'm just going to go for a U-turner here, just so I can get a switch into my Amoonguss, because fearing he will probably want to go for like a Seismic Toss or Iron Head, or just some sort of attacking move, just to try to kill something on my team. So Amoonguss is going to be my best bet for that, because I do have the Regenerator, and I don't mind taking damage. As he actually does end up going for the Seismic Toss, which is fine, because I'm just going to look at that really amazing. Like, this Wi-Fi battle was actually the first time I've seen Seismic Toss's animation in this game, which is quite a long time after the game's release. But anyways, I'm just going to go for a Stun Spore here, because I was figuring that he was just going to leave this Registeel in as sleep fodder. But out of all the Pokemon on his team, this Registeel isn't exactly the Pokemon that I want asleep. So Stun Spore, and then if he wants to switch out, then that's fine. But I really can't do anything to him, and if he does want to stay in, just keep on going for like Iron Heads or something like that. I don't want to deal with that, so just going to go into my Swampert now if he does want to go for the Iron Head. Turns out he just goes for the Seismic Toss, so I'm going to assume he doesn't have the Iron Head. Right now I'm just going to go for a Earthquake, because this Registeel, I'm pretty sure is just leaving in as Death Fodder. So Earthquake, easy going to be able to take it out, but unfortunately enough, he will be able to get a safe switch into Charizard. Not so safe of a switch, considering it does take 50%, but hey, gonna go into my Uxie right now, because I know that he's gonna go for the Mega Evolution, and I just want to fodder off my Uxie just so I can get a safe switch into my Hawlucha, because this Charizard really isn't big of a threat, because I do have Hawlucha, because Adamant Max Speed Hawlucha does outspeed a timid Max Speed Charizard. So if I could let this Uxie die, I can just say switch it to Hawlucha, go for a Stone Edge, and just kill this thing. Which is what's going to happen. He's going to go for this Solar Beam. I guess maybe playing it safe in case I wanted to go into my Swampert to take a Fire Blast or Flamethrower, or whatever one he has. So bringing my Hawlucha now, I'm just gonna go for a Stone Edge. Not even gonna play any games because if he does want to, or if Charizard can manage to take a high jump kick, I just don't want to play any games with this. So Stone Edge going to actually manage to pull a crit on the Suicune, which is fine, but don't know how much that crit mattered just because a high jump kick will definitely take that thing out, even if that Stone Edge wasn't a crit. So now he's going to bring in his Alakazam, which is, like I said, the only thing stopping my Hawlucha from tearing through his team. Because this thing probably most definitely Focus Sash the way he brought it in on my Hawlucha like that. So getting go to Swampert just to let something die so I get a safe switch into my Go-Goat, because out of everything that's left on my team, Go-Goat is my next bulkiest thing. So I really shouldn't have let Yoxie die because knockoff really would have been nice. But anyways, Swampert's gonna die, gonna go into my Go-Goat now because seeing that his only stab is Psyshock and Go-Goat, nope, never mind, Go-Goat's special defense is a lot better. But I am max HP, and like I said, this thing's the bulkiest thing I have, so I'm gonna go for the Rock Starter here in case he wanted to go into his Galvantula to take a Horn Leech or a Grass type move, which would have been bad for me because then the Galvantula could have just came in and forced. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a Horn Leech now as he goes for the Shadow Ball. Managed to get a good amount of HP back, and after leftovers, I will be able to live another Psyshock and just take him out with a Rock Slide. I think I went for a Rock Slide again, just because, once again, if you did want to go into his Galvantula to take a Horn Leech, then that wouldn't be good for me. Like, he would, I would imagine he would want to preserve his Alakazam just so that my, he can outspeed my Hawlucha in case I don't have it on Burden Boost. So, Charizard's going to come in. I'm just going to leave Go-Goat in to die because Go-Goat's pretty much dead. Plus, I can get a safe switch back into Hawlucha, which is what's going to happen. Going to go into Hawlucha, and then now I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go for the Sky Attack. I'm getting ahead of myself, which is something I probably shouldn't be doing. Go back into my Rock Hawk, and just going to go for the Sky Attack now just so I can get the Unburden Boost and outspeed his Galvantula. No, I'm pretty sure Hawlucha outspeeds Galvantula naturally anyways, unless he's timid. I don't know, either way, Sky Attack, going to be able to take this Charizard out. Hawlucha, no, yeah, at this point it's pretty much game, just because my Hawlucha can outspeed everything that's on his team. Stone Edge will be able to take out the Galvantula. Fortunately enough, I do hit it, so this thing's dead. Then his last Pokemon is his Hitmonchan, which is definitely not going to be able to take a high jump kick. And even if I did miss a high jump kick and he took me out like Ice Punch or Thunder Punch, whatever move he has, then I did still have my Mr. Mime, which could have just taken him out with a Psychic or Dazzling Gleam. So that was a good game, Sean. Hopefully you all did enjoy this game. If you did, feel free to leave comments down below. Definitely do not forget to show that like button some love. And also, 1,000 subs is kind of right around the corner for me, which is pretty exciting. So if people have any ideas on what they want to see for like a sub special kind of thing, then leave comments down below, suggestions, and I will see what I can do. So anyways, with all that stuff being said, thanks for watching and peace.